in the group.
Yes, absolutely. Awesome. All right. Let's get going, right? Or is everyone on from your end, Rada, you think?
I had a few more people. I'm just hoping that the link, but did the link work good for you, Crystal?
Yeah,
Is
the
it okay?
second time. The
Okay.
same thing was happening to me as Sabrina. I was like, what's going on? And then it worked. So
Okay.
I'm
Another one.
here. We're here. Yay.
Good. Well, I'm just hoping everybody got the link, but they can always watch the replay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I have a question before we start.
Yeah.
Because I extended an invitation already to Rada and to Sabrina. So I'm actually taking from my friend Natalie, which I've introduced to both of them already, a like a womb healing certification course. And since we're all gonna be women in here, um, would I be able to do at some point maybe like a womb meditation for healing for all of us?
That sounds beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. We
Yeah.
because we're doing a 7 month Divine Feminine, program. So if you want to join in, I'm sure we could talk to Lisa afterwards and that out. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, yes, yes.
Beautiful. That's what the astrology is giving right now. It's divine feminine empowerment with all of these big players right now. Like we have Black Moon Lilith on the South Node, and then we have Medusa and Hecate right on the sun. So amidst all of this like beautiful chaos of the lunar eclipse leading us into the equinox, the overarching theme is this tapping into the voice of the feminine, the voice of the womb, that whisper inside of you. And that voice of your intuition is like the overarching theme of this entire moment in time, as well as this equality of demanding the equality between masculine and feminine. So it's definitely a moment for awakening our wombs, that's for sure. So should we start with a meditation? Rada, do you want to bring us into the moment, into the group, and we can get going?
All right. Well, I just want to say thank you so much all for being part of this. You know, on my end, it was a little bit last minute putting the call out, but we knew the right women were going to join us, and we're just so happy that you're here. So let's just start. You can keep your eyes open or lucid or close them. Let's just take a deep cleansing breath. And for those that are open, when I start, I like to bring everyone into the heart of the divine. Heart of the divine is a beautiful, sacred, and peaceful place that no matter what's going on around us, we can always find that safety, that peace, and find our stillness, even if the world is chaotic around us. So I'm just going to ask that if you're all cool with it, and say no if you don't want, but activate the pillar of light for each and every one of us here. And that pillar of light comes all the way down through our crown, all the way down through our body, through our chakras, through our toes and feet, all the way down to the earth, connecting heaven on earth through us as a conduit of light. So, what's being asked to come forward at this time is a little bit of a meditation and ceremony around just kind of letting go of any baggage as we move forward through this equinox and through these portals that are being presented. There are things in our life and people in our life and energies in our life that are asking us to just be aware of and asking us to say, hey, we're not here to carry anything that's not ours. And so often, as empaths, as healers, as mothers, as women, as lovers of all, we tend to carry others. So I can feel that as I tune into the energies in this group, that many of you have a little bit of heaviness on your shoulders, and maybe you're used to it. Maybe you're used to carrying this around with you. And so there's this beautiful invitation to use this pillar of light to gently unhook, untether, uncord, and release with love anything that is weighing you down now. Take a deep breath. I'm really feeling this strongly that the energy of this group is that, you know, so many of you have taken on big responsibilities, and it's wonderful, but there are responsibilities that aren't yours to transmute. And as empaths and healers and women, we often transmute for others. So that energy is just asking to be released so that it can learn on its own. And that is actually a higher form of love. So just tune into your body, whether it be your heart, your shoulders, any of your chakras, and just release anything that you may feel, see, or be aware of that is hooked into your energy, tapped into your energy, or corded into you without your consent. I see a golden path forward, and it's inviting us to walk together. Each one has their own golden path here. And this golden path is leading into a beautiful, beautiful garden. And this is an eternal garden, a garden that is here to allow us to relax into ourselves. Garden that is beautiful, whatever your favorite flowers are, trees are. This garden is asking you to just settle in and to observe. Maybe you might see some beautiful butterflies, birds. But there's a message in this garden that's just for you. There is something here that you are meant to receive and retrieve that is just for you. It could be a fruit, it could be a flower, it could be an animal, bird, insect. There's a medicine here that you're meant to receive. It's time for you to start to receive your beautiful harvest for all that you have been working toward so diligently. There is something that is right in this time that wants to receive it. So just soften into your heart. Soften into your heart and look through the eyes, your third eye, your higher eye, and ask for it to reveal itself. And as it does, you can even take it in your hands and give it gratitude. Thank you for showing up for me. Thank you. Harvest is here and I'm ready to receive. And take that beautiful thing that is part of your divine essence, and you can bring it in directly into your heart space, integrating with your divine self now. And take one more deep breath. You are so worthy and deserving of receiving this now. This is a soul aspect of your own divine being, one that you have cultivated diligently through your own efforts and your own work. And you are worthy of receiving all the beauty that is coming into your life now. And this garden is now sending you radiance and the beauty that you are, just reflecting back all the beauty that you see. Cup is overflowing in the light of the divine that you are. Take one moment and just say thank you to all of the beautiful beings in the eternal garden. Thank you for giving you a gift. Thank you for being open to receiving yourself, for being open to receiving. Thank you to the divine. And we're just going to breathe in and integrate the gift that was given into the whole body, all of the cells, knowing that gift is awakening something and divine within you now. So it is. And gently flutter your eyes open when you're ready. And just take notice of how you feel after in this now moment that you've received this beautiful gift that is yours, has always been yours, has always been part of you. Yeah, I know, Lisa. I feel like I'm feeling the energy moving.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Thank you for that. That's so beautiful. Wow.
If anybody feels like you'd like to share, you don't have to. But if you feel desire to share what the gift was, if you'd like to keep it in your heart, that's perfectly fine too.
Kat said so peaceful and empowered. I could just see and feel us all in this garden together, and just the beauty of sisterhood and communing with one another. It's a gift.
That's how I see it, is every woman is like a very specific flower of her own uniqueness. And so none takes away from another. Each one only enhances. And that's what we're coming back to remembering, is that we all have our divine essence. Each one is beautiful and sacred, be honored. And remembering in ourselves helps us in every way.
Crystal said lotus flower.
Ooh, I can relate to that one. Yes.
I do have to say that after this, this meditation entrance, I feel so much lighter. Like, you come home from work and, you come home to the kids and, you have to feed the dog. And, I just felt so relaxed. I envisioned myself in a field of sunflowers with fairies, and it was very real in my mind for me, and it would just took me to a relaxing place. You said butterflies, and automatically it was like fairies just came into my mind, and beautiful and glittery, and just sprinkling all their divineness all over the flowers, and just making everything enhance in its beauty and colors. And I'm not going to say personally my what I, my message was, but it was definitely something that I've been feeling and going back and forth with. And it definitely made me feel like I got an answer. And it felt very refreshing. And it really clears your mind when you feel, like you have something stuck in your throat and it's right there, but you can't get it out. And then when you get it out, it's like, a breath of fresh air. So thank you, Rada, for that.
So beautiful. I love that the lotus is coming up because I definitely that archetype and that flower has been like my archetype and flower too for so long. And I love the lotus because it's gone through so many layers of the darkness, so many layers of the mud, and it never had the light to, shining on it to see, but it used its own inner knowing to continue moving up, regardless of the confirmation or affirmation. That is, that light was inside of you. So I really resonate with that. And I love that it's come up like a few times as well.
I actually have a tattoo of a lotus flower.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I got it like over 10 years ago.
Amazing. That's just amazing. How are you feeling, Lisa? Where would you like to go next?
Yes, I think I'll set the stage for us for what's going on in the cosmos and in the elemental energies so that we can move forth harnessing these powerful and potent energies and archetypes during the equinox this weekend. The equinox is exact on Sunday, and it's this beautiful moment of equal parts light and day, equal day and night. It is this powerful day where waves of harmony just wash over the energetic grid of the earth, and it allows for deep integration, deep transformation. And by making conscious actions this week during this eclipse season, we can really move forth in life, headed towards our highest outcome, our highest timeline, living a life where we unleash our true gifts onto the earth. This is what this eclipse has been all about. So we just had our lunar eclipse in Pisces on Tuesday. And I know a lot of you women in the beginning, you said you were feeling like so much emotion, so much heaviness. It's because it's on the Pisces Virgo axis. And this is the spiritual axis, right? It's demanding us to channel in this divine mysticism into our physical vessel and then embody it in our physical material world. That's what Virgo is. She's the earth priestess. She brings divinity into her day-to-day, her chores, the way that she runs her household, the way that she runs her business, the small tasks. She finds divinity in the small tasks of every day. And so we're being lit up on this spiritual access right now. And a lot of your shadows may have come to the surface over these last 2 weeks. It may have been quite uncomfortable for a lot of you. It could have been the old parts of yourself that no longer serve, whether that be past life or karmic or ancestral or anything from your childhood that is your shadows. It no longer serves where you're going. Maybe you were confronted with all of that these last 2 weeks. This last week you may have been embodying and stuck in this old energy that you no longer want to embody and be. It had to be illuminated, eclipsed out of us. It had to rise to the surface so that we can name her, see her, love her, and send her on her way, because she no longer serves that part of us, that dark, wounded shadow part of ourselves. However, there's also the nodes of fate are being lit up during this time. This is the Aries Libra axis. This is all about our relationships. And so this is all about your relationship to, whether that be your partner, or to your family, or your relationship to the world, how you show up to the world. It's asking us to bring in this spiritual access, bring in our spirituality and our divinity into everything that we do. We're embodying it in our day-to-day, and especially in our relationships, because on the South Node, we have Parvati, who is the divine, she's the goddess of the union. She demands equality between the divine feminine and the divine masculine. And this is equality within us. It is time now to finally balance the masculine and the feminine within us and within our partnerships, within everything that we do. This is what Parvati is demanding of us. And so the masculine is our direction and the feminine is the juice, right? So it's like we're finding the juice, we're finding the sauce, we're finding that pure energy. And then it's which direction are we going to move in? How are we going to let our highest timeline unfold? And so when these two energies finally come into harmony, this is what is awakening your golden gifts, your golden shadow. So this is what I'm bringing us into now for this eclipse season and for this equinox is the golden shadow. This is the part of yourself that is your potential. This is what's trying to come online. This is what's like if you're like a motherboard, like the eclipse is like flipping on all the switches. It's like, let's get this going. Let's get this golden shadow. Let's get your potential online and moving. And all of this is hidden within, you know, these deep, dark, shadowy depths of ourselves that's being illuminated during the eclipse. So do not shy away from the darkness, the heaviness, the sadness, the emotions during this time, during this eclipse season, because hidden within your shadows is your greatest gift. And hidden within is your golden shadow. This is your true potential. These are your gifts and your wisdom from all of your past lives that you brought into this lifetime. We're here to turn those on now. We're here to ignite the golden shadow and integrate the golden shadow with the conscious self. If you see it as the equinox, is the dark and the light coming together, this moment is about the golden shadow and your conscious self, ever present now, coming into harmony with one another, balancing the yin yang, balancing the masculine and the feminine. So we have so much support from all of these beautiful heavenly bodies right now. We're in this beautiful kite between the sun, Pluto, Uranus, squaring Neptune. It's demanding us to transform and to bring our gifts online completely. So let's call in this golden shadow, this golden part of ourselves. Let's awaken it and acknowledge the shadowy parts of ourselves that may have come to the surface during this eclipse season. Anything that may have been heavy that came up for you. We need to acknowledge it, bring it to the surface, and then we're going to move it out of our body. So let's get comfortable. We're going to do some breath work to get our energy moving. And this is a powerful breath work. It's where you're going to squeeze your root chakra, squeeze your bum, squeeze it all. Pull up as you breathe in, you're going to pull all the way up to the top of your crown. And then as you exhale, we're going to do these deep jellyfish pulses, pulsing your womb, right? Like a Kegel almost. You're going to pulse down at each chakra. We're letting the womb speak. We're letting the divine feminine, the juice, we're letting the juice out. That's what we're doing right now. We're going to let the juice out of each chakra and we're going to create this beautiful circuit to get our energy moving. So let's do the first one all together. We're going to get comfortable. And then as we inhale to the top of our crown, you're going to squeeze and pull up. And then exhale, deep jellyfish pulse down your energy centers. And then breathe out the bum, making sure we're loose. And then like a circuit, we breathe up. And find your own rhythm, find your own pace. We're heavily activating our womb right now. We're getting the voice of the divine feminine, the juice involved. Let's do 2 more circuits. And now to harness the energies of the equinox, we need to make sure that we are firmly anchored to Mama Gaia. So after your last jellyfish pulse, now that we have opened and acknowledged and sent that juice into our energy centers, see that juice. It's like a crystalline plasma. That's what I feel the divine feminine juice is, like a crystalline plasma headed down your root chakra, down your hips, past your legs, out your feet, deep into earth, wrapping around the roots of the trees, wrapping down the mycelium network, through all the sediment, through all the rock, deep down until you find your personal crystal. Your personal crystal that anchors you firmly to Mama Gaia. That is a crystalline embodiment of your soul. What color is your crystal? What kind of crystal is it? Wrap your roots around your crystal. Your crystal is always with you. We're just getting reacquainted now. And with us firmly planted to Mama Gaia, you can keep your eyes closed. We are going to connect with our golden shadow. With a deep breath, feel yourself firmly planted on the earth. And let us return as a group to that beautiful garden that we first found ourselves in, that Radha led us to in the beginning. Beautiful garden. It's the Garden of Eden with the lush greenery, all of the flowers and wildflowers, the butterflies and the birds and the critters on a beautiful, warm, sunny day. It's a powerful day, equal parts day and night. Now you come to your feet in the garden and you follow a path that's leading towards the cliffs of the sea. As you're walking, the ocean comes into view. The sun glistening off of the sea, turquoise blue. And in the distance at the edge of the cliff, you see a pyramid. A small temple pyramid. And you see that there are torches lit up, fire ablaze next to the doors of the pyramid. They've been waiting for you. Walk up to the door of the temple pyramid. And when you're ready, push it open and step inside. You know that this is an ancient place. There are candles lit up all around. And right in the middle of this pyramid, looks like a golden bird bath with water glistening on top. You know that you are meant to walk up to this water and kneel in front. Inside of this pyramid, time no longer exists. You have access to the past, the present, and the future. You know that this moment in time requires you to retrieve your gifts and wisdom from all of your past lives. You are meant to remember your gifts and hone your gifts and turn them online into this lifetime now. Take out your right hand, and you're going to place your right hand in the water, setting your intention that the water shows you your most important gifts and wisdom from your past lives. What you need to be shown and felt right now. Place your hand in the water with your intention. And once your intention is clear, remove your hand. And you are going to put your face in the water, peer into the water, and receive. Receive the images and the messages from your ancient self, your past self. What are her gifts? What are her skills? What has she learned? What has she become a master of? What does she know? Who is she? Who has she always been? And when you're ready, you see that there is a glass vase next to the water, your own chalice. Pick it up and put it in the water to take that memory, those gifts and that wisdom. Bring it with you in your chalice. Scoop it up. Place the lid on. And you can stand up out of the water, out of the pyramid. Head towards the door of the pyramid with your memories, with your gifts, with your wisdom. And you can close the door of the pyramid behind you, knowing that you have gotten what you needed. And head back up the trail towards the garden. Because you know that when you reach the garden, you are not who you were when you first left. You have retrieved your golden shadow, the part of you that you may have been forgetting or missing, your potential. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and join our group and join us on your feet as we integrate and embody our golden shadow. Go ahead and move your whole body, stretch, move it, let it go. Let any heaviness go. Any baggage. Most importantly, any fear. You were born to unleash your gift and your magic. You were born to be a bright light, a clear vessel for the divine. Dance as your higher self, as your ancient self, as your goddess self. How does she move? How does she feel? Bringing forth your golden self, your ancient self. remembering who you were born to be, remembering your gift and your wisdom from hundreds, thousands of Earth years of lives lived here on Earth, everything you have gained, everything you have already mastered. It's time to unleash. We are done holding back. Lilith is here to play. Dark Moon Lilith. She is here during this eclipse, screaming at us to let it rip. To be your wild, untamed, fearless, authentic, golden self. Unapologetic, fearless, outspoken, pushes boundaries, pushes limits, dreams big, and then bigger and bigger and bigger. She's unafraid.
She's unafraid to let her come go.
Let it out, let it out, let it out. Now, moving into the equinox. How can we live a life that is in alignment with who we were truly born to be on this earth? A life that's in alignment with our gifts and with our wisdom and with our heart. What are our desires, our greatest desires? Pluto is squaring Venus on the equinox. It's demanding transformation of the heart. It's demanding us to unleash our lover goddess, to fall in love with the game of life, to flirt with life, to make love to life, to have fun with it, to be playful with it. How can you make love to life? How can you have more fun? How can you bring more sexiness and playfulness and lightheartedness into your life and into your relationships?
Try farting in his mouth.
Ugh.
Fart.
Bye, Felicia. Bye, Felicia.
Nadire muene, eut goino kako.
Yes, ladies, let it rip, let it rip, let your magic rip. Let it rip. Oh, I love this aspect that we have with Pluto and Venus in the midst of this equinox. It's like, just when you thought life was about to get super serious, it's like, no, no, no. Don't forget to play. Ignite your lover goddess within. Make love to life. Bring your gifts and your wisdom and your soul mission, your direction, the masculine, right? Our direction and our work. It is serious because we have important jobs to do here on Earth. But when we get too serious with it, we start to reach the struggle. We start to reach the blockages, the sludge. We get caught up. We get in the murky, mucky waters. What we need to do is invite more play, invite more sexiness, flirt and make love with life. That's what this equinox is demanding. This is the balance of the feminine and the masculine. We have our direction. We know our soul mission. We know what our gifts are and our wisdom from our past lives. That's why we were born. We had to impart them onto the world. That's our direction. That's the masculine. But then this right here, that juiciness, that playfulness, that pure energy, that spark, that lightning, that's what's really serving, you know, that's what we are in service of, is the juice. And the masculine is serving the juice. So we're gonna let the juice go. And that's what this equinox is. It's a balance of these energies within. You know, treat life as this game. See how much fun you can have. See how much love you can have. See how much, you know, mind-blowing magic you can have. Treat it as this game that you're always winning at.
I'm sorry, guys. This has been so refreshing, but I just have to say it was hilarious when you said bye, Felicia.
Oh, I was so confused. Who was that?
I was totally confused too.
Yeah, they were like talking about farts. I'm like, what?
No, it was the first thing they said for me, the other thing. And then I was like, did they just say that? And I was like, I'm going crazy.
Me too. I was like, there's no way I just heard that right. Let me just keep going. What was that? You just let it go. Someone's like boyfriend hacked their Zoom or something.
Yeah.
The distorted had to come in for a minute. That was a shadow distortion. And then
Yeah.
no. You know what I mean?
That's right.
I was like, you are not killing our vibe over here.
But if they didn't even have the courage to stay, they were like so uncomfortable. You know?
Oh my goodness. Too funny, too real. Oh, I hope you guys were able to have that message in the waters revealed, because that is a big part of the eclipse season we're in right now. It's this balancing of the south node, which is where you're coming from. It's past life, ancestral, lineage, karmic, right? It's where we're coming from. And then the north node is where we're going. And so we have to really tap into these deep reserves of potential, like potential from maybe hundreds of lifetimes that maybe we have forgotten, right? We have to tap into those reserves, turn that golden shadow on, and move forth in our direction with ferocity, with tender ferociousness, with empowerment, fearlessness. And it's all about this clarity, these revelations that we're receiving during this eclipse season. The veil is so thin, it's crazy. Like I said, Neptune is like squaring Pluto, Uranus, the sun. Neptune is here to be like, we're not playing around, you guys. This is, you know, it's from the mystical depths. It's from the realms. This is real. It's magical. It's more intense and magical than we can ever even fathom. And it is ancient. Yeah. Atlantis, Rada, yes.
Time.
It's this ancient, Oh, it's so powerful. It's bigger than we and juicier than we even know. And what we know is already big and juicy, and it's even deeper and wilder than that. And this moment in time is demanding that we pay attention and that we tap in and that we unleash. And it's all about empowerment and letting the juice lead our lives.
In a way,
Oh,
I felt like every that participated got a piece of their soul fragment, you know? That's how it felt, right?
yes.
It was a piece I've kind of been longing for. And yeah.
Soul retrieval.
Mm. Ooh, wow. Kat says that she saw herself in a field writing symbols in the sky, communicating with the folks in the sky. Wow, that's beautiful, Kat. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Chills.
Yeah, wow.
Beautiful. Yeah, our goal here, and with all of this, Radha and I teamed up to bring these offerings together for you guys, because it's what our souls were calling us to do. It's what our past life wisdom and experience and mastery is all led to creating moments like this, to bring other women together, to harness cosmic and elemental energies, to activate crystalline DNA, activate remembrance. And it's just such a gift that we can all be here together and that we can share our energy and share our space and just empower and inspire and uplift one another. And that's exactly what our 7-month journey is. This is like a taste. We're going to do this, at least once a month. It's going to be more than that with our group, with our journey. It's going to be, our sacred container. And then with that sacred masculine container guiding us through the 7 months, equinox to equinox, then we let that juicy feminine unleash. This could even evolve into something even beyond Radha and I's like wildest dreams. Like, we're here to just go with the flow and keep pointing us north, keep pointing us in our direction of, tapping into our sacred gifts and making this world a better place, letting Earth's highest timeline unfold through each and every one of us. So we hope that you guys will continue to join us. Radha, do you want to speak more to your juicy goddess archetype activations and what your expertise are that you're gonna bring to this group?
I'm so happy we did this. I felt so much energy from this, and I think that that's what we need, is to come together and to really start activate together, because there's so much remembrance that's coming forward. Like Lisa said earlier, the veil is really thinning. And so we have access to sort of our past lives, other timelines, and sometimes we don't know what to do with it. Sometimes we feel frustrated or stuck or confused. And this space, we're actually going to be alchemizing together every single month. We're going to be working with a certain goddess archetype. So that archetype isn't something outside of you, as the divine feminine, that archetype has always been part of you. But for many of us, and in part of the society, is kind of like the shutting down of these archetypes. And so we are pioneers here, breaking through the paradigms and reactivating what we've already known, what we've already been. This, everything about this world wants you to go back to sleep, to stay in slumber, to be sad and sleepy. But we're here to say, no, that's not going to work anymore. We want to gain back everything that is truly ours, that is your divine birthright. And your divine birthright is it is an activation. It's part of who you are at the deepest core level of your being. And by remembering these different archetypes of the divine feminine, of the goddess, we start to expand into ourselves. We start to like step into ourselves in a new way. Maybe we're only working from one archetype, and we have a whole entire, it's like a painter with a paintbrush and only has one color, and they paint their whole life with that one color. And then one day they're like, wait a minute, I have all these colors to paint from. I don't need just one color. I need the whole spectrum of colors. So all those spectrum of colors through the activations are inside of you. They're within you. They may be dormant. They may be sleeping. But now is the time to start to activate and to call that in. You need, you know, you don't need to, but we are being asked to step into the fullness of our being. And that can only happen through an unfolding process. And that includes a lot of integration, because we can't simply, we can't say, oh, I want it all now and give it all to me. We could not physically handle that. So that's why we have 7 months, 7 goddesses, 7 archetypes, 7 chakras that Lisa is going to be going through your chakras. And you know, you just felt how deep and rich she goes with her work. And I'm excited because when we get access to all of this, it is really going to, we are not going to be the same human being. Our DNA will be on a different level. You know, our consciousness is going to be on a different level. It's the level that we know it's meant to be. And we're all kind of like these little babies remembering. And so, you know, we kind of need a soft place to land because it can be harsh at times without a container, without sisters. And so I'm really excited that, you know, Lisa and I just had this divine inspiration to come together and open up this container because we know that it's needed and that we are coming in a place of love and remembering. And in that remembrance, we may have, you know, some grief we need to release. We may have some excitement. We may need to talk about it. You know, this is why we get together live and we're going to be able to talk about what's coming up, you know. And so I'm very excited. The goddesses, you know, the goddess activations and archetypes have been very near and dear to my heart. And I also think that utilizing part of our creativity, like we need to actually settle in to our creativity and anchor that energy that we bursted out, and now we need to anchor it in through our poetry. So I would say before we leave tonight, I would love for us to take 5 minutes and think about the life, you know, think about the pyramid. And when we went into it, each one of us, each one of you had a very specific download, had a very specific message. And even in the garden, you had a message. So I want you to take those messages. Don't let them just fly away and dissipate, because that's how it happens when we don't anchor things in, is it dissipates. Let us anchor that in now. So I'm asking that you have your journals, right? So get out your little pen and let's be old fashioned and use a pen. Remember that? And, you know, just get out your notebook. And I would love for you to you can just dump if you need to. Dump out what it is that you saw, what you felt, what you remembered in the garden, in the pyramid, the feelings, the emotions, the thoughts, the memories, the knowing. I repeat, the knowing, because there is something inside you that has a knowing. It's time to solidify it into your poetry. So for 1 minute, we're going to do a dump, 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 dump. Just take your paper, take your pen, let it flow. Doesn't have to make any sense. Garden, flower, just start writing words. How are you all doing? Do you need one more minute? One more minute. If you feel inspired, you can drop your poem in the chat. But I would love even more if you would read it. You don't have to be perfect. Everything in life is a work in progress. But feel inspired? I'd love to hear a poem. Sabrina, I feel like you have one.
I don't even know if it makes sense, but it is my journey from the field to the body of water inside the pyramid.
Ooh,
Um,
yes, please.
so again, it doesn't rhyme or anything, but here it goes. The sun gazed over the yellowish of sunflowers. A wisp of flutter past my cheek. To my eyes arose the smallest fairy. She sprinkled her dust, and 3 words appeared. I need you. Suddenly, the wind blew, and I smelled the ocean water. To my eyes, a pyramid appeared, so bright with strong edges. As I came to the door, small flames from candles shined, causing the glisten over the water ahead of me. I ran my hand through, then my face and my full body jumped in, filled with embrace, strength, heart, standing strong. My warrior inner self was in front of my face. To my delight, I always knew that the fighter in me was that warrior too.
Mm. Wow. Ooh.
Oh my
Thank you.
gosh.
Poem. I'm like, honey, that's a poem.
Okay.
That is
Wow.
that is a beautiful, beautiful. Say the
Thank you
last
for
line.
sharing.
I would
Thank you.
love. What was the last line?
Um, it said my last line was strength, heart, standing strong. My warrior inner self was in front of my face. To my delight, I always knew that the fighter in me was that warrior too.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Talk about
That's
like,
it.
wow. See, that's an ancient part of you that you're bringing forward. That's why writing it down is so important because we're alchemizing it. As we're writing it, we're actually integrating it into our being, remembering these kinds of experiences come and go, and they do change us, they do shift us, and they're extremely powerful. But if you're anything like me, um, I I'm in the moment so much that I would just forget, and so like anchoring in what you received is extremely valuable. Thank you so much, Sabrina. Thank you.
Thank you guys for listening.
Rachel, do you want to share? I feel like you I feel like you go.
I didn't even get the poem assignment, but I was just writing that I'm really grateful that I feel alive. Like that's what came out. And I used to not want to feel that way. So it's really cool. Um, and and just being present and like how there's magic and divinity in the present moment. I'm like being here now and like that is divine, and there's really nothing else. So I don't know. I really love that.
That's so beautiful. That means everything. Thank you for being here. I just want to say, Lisa, that was extremely powerful. I had to turn off the camera because I was feeling some, and tears are fine, but I wanted to just wipe my tears in private, like
Mm.
I went through I felt something extremely beautiful. And that memory of Atlantis was so powerful.
So happy it served and it landed, and thank you for bringing. I mean, you started us off with the beautiful garden meditation. It was so seamless and perfect, connecting these two sacred places. It was meant to be. So thank you guys so much. Thank you for being here, sharing your
Yes,
energy, sharing your hearts.
Thank you
yes.
for sharing your ears.
Oh my goodness, you're in the group, Sabrina. So if you'd like, you could write your poem and share it in the group.
Okay.
I'll share mine because I think that's what we'll do, each week too. And
Yeah.
if you want to join us and you're not part of this 7-month journey into the chakra awakenings, goddess activations, and divine remembrance for you, then we invite you. There's still time to join. We won't start until Sunday.
Yes.
I would highly suggest that you just jump in. There's so much medicine in this for all of us. I'm really excited to be here.
Yes. Joanna said, this was super calming and wonderful to be a part of. I feel the energy having moved through me and released a lot. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Yes, and we invite you guys to join us. It's all about sisterhood. It's all about community. There's so much going on in the world, and we need to be there for one another.
It does make us really strong. I feel that this is the best time. Actually, like the great, monks and gurus and those that have really always said that when the earth is challenging, when there's strife, when there is contrast, when it feels like the end of the world, is really the time that we need to step into our own inner world, and that we can rise higher and faster in a shorter amount of time. It could have taken lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes, but because of that kind of duality coming together and that pressure, when we tune into ourselves and into our own journeys in our own divinity and our own ascension, it's miracles happen. They happen faster. So I just really hope to see some of you in the group. And if you have any questions, reach out. Do you want to put any information about the program? I have I think I have a page somewhere about it. Let me find it. And I'm just gonna show you guys what it is. What it is.
Do you want
So,
to share your screen?
can I?
Do you have access to, or do I have to?
Oh, I think you have to give it to me because I don't.
Oh, here, I just made you the host.
Okay, cool. Fantastic. So this is just something that we have, and I just want to show you what it's all about. The Chakra Awakening, Goddess Activation, 7-month journey of connection, creativity, and transformation. And the 7 months is really about, activating each chakra and working with each archetype every month and amplifying that. And it needs time to integrate, as you can tell, as you can feel, and you may need integration time after this. I would suggest drinking a lot of water, eating some nourishing food. And so we have monthly payment plans, and I believe it's 222 a month. But if you have some restraints, just let us know, because we can work with you. Also on the first day of class, we're going to put everybody's name into like something, a hat or something, and someone is going to win $1,000 in publishing bucks with Rada Publishing House. So that means you can get on a Zoom like this and just talk to me, figure out what is your goal. Do you just want some PR? Because we do press, we can get you on covers, we can get your work published, or you can be part of the poetry book. So we will be doing a poetry book after this, and so you can use your publishing bucks towards that. And yeah, so this is what we got going on. We're going to be starting with Root and Mama Gaia this month, this Sunday. And then you can just see each month we have a theme and a chakra and a goddess. And so we're going to go all the way to March, you guys and gals. And I'm pretty sure you're going to feel really activated and like a really confident, transformed, highest version of your own self. And so the chakra awakenings are going to be something that Lisa does each month, really diving into your own chakras. You're going to dive into your own chakra. She's going to lead you into an awakening. And this is going to clear out so much stuff. And then we're going to be doing poetry writing. So you're going to have a lot of poetry that you're going to be able to use towards a book. And here I am, I'm talking about the goddess activations because it's my passion. And then this is the correct time, right, Lisa? 11 a.m. Yeah. So it's 11 a.m. EST and 2 p.m. EST on the Sundays. And then these are the other times depending where you are. So yeah, this is going to be ongoing and we're going to be very active in this transformation that's underway. You're really going to understand, you know, archetypes for yourself and how they work for you. You're going to really activate your artistic expression, your light codes, and of course, you're going to boost your confidence as a writer. And so, hey, there you are, Crystal. So we have like different people talking about the goddess activations, and then I want to talk about the publishing opportunity that upon completion of this program, whatever you pay for this will be going towards publishing bucks towards the goddess poetry book that we will be curating and producing. So if you are ambitious and if you love to share your work with the world, then this is going to be something that you're going to really want to do and be part of. And the cool thing is we're making it easy because you can just take whatever you paid for this and roll it over into publishing bucks. So we're excited. We're excited about the journey. We know that now is the time. And yeah, if you have any questions about joining us, please reach out for the link. I'll put this link in here for you. Just grab the link if you're interested. Reach out to Lisa or myself, and we're just super happy to help you. Yeah, does anybody else want to share anything before we close out this evening?
I do.
Hey.
So I am super excited about this journey in the next 7 months. You know, as we spoke about, there are certain things that are important to me to get fulfilled, and self-control is like the main thing, and to not be scared of failure. I'm emotional, I cry for everything, guys, but this is like really important to me, this journey, because it's really important to me that I can find my true self and really take control of me and not allow mental health to take control of me. I want to have self-control so I can control it.
Beautiful. That's really beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing, Sabrina. I really honor, love, and appreciate you and have enjoyed getting to know you. And I'm excited to step into the 7 months together. And, you know, our chakras are part of that. You know, when we have misaligned chakras, we, you know, that can energetically put us off balance. So I'm really excited about the chakras awakenings that Lisa will be doing each month. And I really know that these chakra awakenings and the work that we're going to do with our chakras is about realigning us back to our divine self and being patient with ourselves during the process, because we may be releasing energies that don't belong to us anymore, you know, entities, whatever. It's okay. We're not here to judge. We love you all, and we want you to be on your own highest timeline and the highest version of you. So we're here for that. We're holding space for that. And we're really, really excited to step into this container. So this Sunday we start, actually, right, Lisa?
Yeah, this Sunday, which is the official equinox as well. So we're in the equinox energy now, and everything we just conjured up and created and released, it's just going to be that much more potent now on Sunday and on Monday when it goes exact, because you're already in this energy. And it's just a powerful time to start a new beginning. If you look at life, you know, life is all about cycles, and now moving into this next equinox until March 2025, that's the next cycle. So we're setting our intentions for the next 6 months of our lives, and we're already in the energy now. And it's just a beautiful time to start something and we're going to learn so much. It's just going to be so packed. It's going to be so juicy. You guys are going to learn different like mantras, breath work, exercises, just all of these like amazing tools to keep in your toolbox that you'll take with you for the rest of your life. So whether that's like 2 years from now, you're like, oh man, my sacral chakra, I want to unleash my creative life force energy. You can even go back to the recording and back to, you know, what we shared in our group and say, oh yeah, there's that breath work I can do to activate my energy, or, you know, this movement, this exercise. So you'll have it with you forever. And then you'll have the poetry to always remind you of what you activated, so that it's never just slipping and moving on. You know, it's really all about integration and embodiment and immersion. And we just want to bring it, like everything that is a part of my path and my foundations. I'm going to, you know, pull out all the stops and bring it. And I know Rada is too. It's going to be fun. It's going to be juicy, and it's going to be very healing and transformative. And a lot is going to come up to the surface, and we're here for each other. We're here to support and listen and, you know, be there.
I was muted. On this journey, we often feel like we're alone and have to deal with this stuff alone. But when we come together like this, we remember. And that's what I keep saying. It's about remembering that we have sisters, and that in the ancient times, we used to come together in remembrance. And so we were totally kind of in amnesia now. And so this is the moment that we're cultivating, captivating, and remembering. And so we remember through the activations, through the clearing, through the transmissions, you know, through the meditations, and then through the writing. It's your own soul coming through and anchoring in more and more. And then through the weeks, you can just drop in your poetry into the group. I am so excited because I know that you're gonna have a huge collection of poetry.
Yes.
So anyhow, we would just want to say thank you so much for joining this evening. We know that many of you probably need to get going, so we want to send you off with all of our love, our gratitude, and appreciation for your divine presence. It really makes a difference. Thank you so much for joining us. And again, if you want to join us, grab the link that I posted and then circle back before Sunday, because that's when we start. Yep.
Thank you all so much. Sending so much love and
Thank
blessings.
you. Thank you guys for your time.
Mwah.
We appreciate you.
So
Have a
much.
beautiful weekend.
Thank you
So much.
Too.
I'll see you guys
guys.
Sunday.
Have a great night.
Yes.
Bye.
See you Sunday.
Bye.
Bye.